and get it around to see everybody. Like Melissa over here is laughing at Laney because she got singled out. So anyhow, thank you guys for coming. This is the marching band meeting for the 2019-2020 season. And we are going to be giving you guys some information. First of all, the purpose of this meeting is for us to be able to review some of the different policies that we have, any changes that we have for the upcoming season, to review all of the calendar items so that you know what's going on. We're also going to talk a little bit about just kind of the direction of things that are going. We're really excited about this past season. We're going to have to do a little review over how the last season went and what we're looking forward for this next season. One of the things that happened last season, hi Maggie, how you doing? That's a good scene right there. That's good. Okay. So anyhow, Josh, they saw you over there. It's fine. I'm right here. So anyhow, one of the big changes that we had last year is that we hired a new assistant director, Mr. Scott Tennant. Let's hear from Mr. Tennant. Now, Mr. Tennant is only slightly younger than me, but because he's slightly younger than me, he has been able to help me with some of the technological challenges and is actually moving us onto a digital world instead of the paper world that we've had. So he's going to talk to you a little bit about our new website, about how the paperwork is going to be a little bit different this year. Instead of printing things out, we have some online things that we're going to be able to do, and he's going to talk to you a little bit about Google Classroom as well. So once again, Mr. Tennant, go ahead.
Please stay seated. Thank you. All right, so I'm not going to move around because I've been in these front seats and I know how weird it is to have to turn around. You don't know what to do. Should you face forward? Should you face back? Whatever. So I'll stay kind of up here. But I'm here to talk to you a little bit about kind of how we're going to be moving a lot more digital. Personally, I hate dealing with paper because I lose it or I leave it somewhere. And I know working with Mr. Gibson now for a year, the amount of travel that we both do, we leave things places and it's not good. So we are trying to digitize as much as we can, and to help kind of aid with that, we've created a website that we'll show you here momentarily, and then we'll also primarily for these students be utilizing Google Classroom not only with the marching band but also all of our different ensembles, from freshman band, symphonic, wind ensemble, and then even pushing it down into the middle schools, which doesn't really concern any of you. But so right now, if you guys want to, it doesn't. We do it. It's up there right now. So, for those of you, anybody has access to this. Parents who are out there, Reynoldsburgbands.weebly.com is the website. It's got everything you need from a nice homepage with nothing more than a pretty little picture from a show from a few years ago. All the way to this resource page, which is really the bread and butter. You can get anything you could ever imagine for the program and more on this page right here, even a link to our old friend Charles. So,
that's what they're right.
There we go, see, it works. It works. The firewall, you know, stuff. But on this page, the resource page, see, it works. See, there you go. The most important page works, the resource page, but everything you need is right there. Like I said, the link to Charms, you've got a link to the handbook, and then you've got a link to our high school forms, which are all digitized now. I know in the past there was a participation form. It's out there, I promise you. But there's a participation form, the emergency medical form, instrument rental form, any of that stuff is accessible via the website. Again, the Reynoldsburg firewall doesn't seem to like it, I don't know why. But all of you can access it whenever you need, reynoldsburgbands.weebly.com. So it should start popping up. I think there should be a link to it on Twitter, Reynoldsburg Bands, at Reynoldsburg Bands, or at Red Bands. If not, just let me know, I can put that up there. Yeah, it should work on the phones. It's the firewall here, it doesn't like it. But, so that is the website. Now, the other thing that we'll be using along with the students is Google Classroom. Everything that they will need to know will be in Google Classroom. What I've found over the years is that students, we're all using Google Classroom quite a bit. They'll be sitting in another class and they don't want to do that work. And you'll find them constantly on the band, checking out rehearsal videos, checking out the schedule, just finding anything to do except for whatever they're supposed to be doing. So, this is why that's good, because then they'll actually know. Instead of coming and harassing us about the schedule or going home, stuff like that, the schedule will be out there. You've got access to the calendar. All the forms are already out there that need to be completed. The participation form, the emergency medical form. If they need to get an instrument, they can get that going. And it's all digitized for us. It just goes right into a spreadsheet, and we can start working through a lot of that stuff. So students, again, if you have the opportunity right now, hop on out there, just put in that code. It'll get you right into the classroom. Then you can start going through and some of those things. If you're having issues with that, just let me know. Here at the end, we've got a sheet, and then we'll go around and we'll start working with you with some of that stuff. So, and if anyone has any questions in regards to the website or anything like that, just let me know. We're just trying to make things easier for all of you to streamline the information, because I know sometimes you get a late Thursday night, you're not sure how the schedule is going to be. I know Mr. Gibson doesn't want phone calls or those late emails. We're not always checking that. Everything will be out on the website for you guys to check 24/7. So, back to Mr. Gibson.
Yeah, one of the things I was going to say that Mr. Attendant kind of mentioned and hit on is that we've already got the Google Classroom linked to the CHARMS calendar. So if you students, you can be able to use Google Classroom instead of going directly to CHARMS for your calendar. All right, so your calendar will be on there. Now I know a lot of people already have your the CHARMS calendar linked to your phone. You can still do that, that's fine, but the CHARMS calendar is going to be there. I know that we've mentioned this in some of the meetings, but we're in a 2-year process of actually moving away from CHARMS, but CHARMS is still going to be our primary thing that we use for communication, but we're hoping that for the calendar items and stuff, Google Classroom is going to be a little bit more convenient for kids and parents to get to and be able to use. All right, now students, again, right now, you should be going to Google Classroom, and this is a new class right here, so you will use this code, and when we see your name in there enrolled in the class, then we will know that you were here and that you were doing this, okay? So that will help us to know that. And again, if you're not somebody that has access to Google Classroom right now to do this, then at the end of the meeting, if you can come down, I'll have a sign-in sheet for you to sign in the old-fashioned way. All right. Okay, time to move on. All right, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the master calendar. There's a couple of different changes that we have. A couple of years ago, we had these summer music reading sessions. And we stopped doing them last year because we wanted to give kids a little break in June. But we found out a lot of kids came to camp without having music ready to go. And what the summer music reading sessions give us an opportunity to do is kind of just check up on how everybody's doing, be able to, especially our younger members who are coming in for the first time, make sure that they are on track with their music and their music memorization. And so we have those. So we have those 2 music reading sessions. There's one that is June 10th, and there's one that is June 24th. And both of those are just for a couple hours. It gives us an opportunity to sit down with the group. They already have the music, go through, see how they're doing on it, see how their memorization is going, and that will help us with that. So those are coming up in June. For our rookies, we actually start our rookie stuff in May. So, and I know that I mentioned this at the 8th grade night, so I'm not going to go through a lot of detail in it. If you do have questions about it, please ask afterward. But the rookie we have rookie pre-camp that starts in May, and those are May 13th, the 15th, and the 16th. Now we have our concert on the 14th. That's the reason why we don't have rookie pre-camp there. Now for our 8th graders, this is important for you to know and have on your calendar, because what happens right before that? DC. Yeah, DC, right? So you guys are going to come back from DC, and then it's time for rookie pre-camp, okay? So I just want you to have that prepared, know that's what's going to happen, so that you can come in and do a good job. And that pre-camp is very, very important, because it sets you up to be ready for the summer, so that you're ready to go and join the rest of the group. Then we have our rookie camp, which then happens at the end of June. It's the 18th, 19th, and 20th of June. It goes from 6 to 9, and this is also very important for our rookie members, so that they can be able to get in and learn all of the basics that you need to know before you get to the July camps. It also gets you set up to March for the July 4th parade. I just mentioned the July 4th parade, which is on July 4th. There you go. You just remember. I got 2 people to laugh at that. That's great. Thank you. Before that, though, we have 3 rehearsals, and those are the full band rehearsals. So for the rest of you, if you are not participating in rookie camp, then you have those 3 rehearsals, our first rehearsals that we have as a full band getting ready for July 4th. We have a couple more weeks before band camp. Now, with band camp 1, there's a big change this year. For those of you who have not been participating in the marching band up until this year, we have usually had band camp 1, which is 5 days from 8 to 5. We sat down as a staff and we said, look, we think that we can be more efficient. We think that we can get more done in less time. And we want to make sure that our students are fresh all of the way through the year, so we don't get to the end of the year exhausted. All right, so what we're going to do is we've reduced that from 5 days to 3 days. So band camp 1 is going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the 16th, 17th, and 18th. And it'll be from 8 to 5. Now, on Charms, it says 8 to 9. The reason it says 8 to 9 is 8 to 5 is going to be for the percussion and the winds. And then in the evening is going to be the color guard. So the color guard will be doing something like 1 to 9. We'll have the details of each group and what they're going to be doing on there, but just know that it's a full day. It's run like a 2-a-day, like they do in some of the sports, where we'll have a morning session, we'll break for lunch, and then have an evening session. All right, so we'll have that. We'll have 3 days of that, and then we go away. Now, another new change this year is our location. First, we're going to be going to Cantor's Cave. Cantor's Cave is actually not that far from Rhino Green. It's just a couple of miles away from there. But it does give us an opportunity to, again, be the only band out there and to get to know new people. Now, if you're somebody that is a person that doesn't like new people, I will tell you that that's okay. All right, that's okay. Because I know a lot of people that come in and they're afraid of meeting new people, and then they leave the summer with 110 friends. All right, so that's what we're looking to do. And getting back to a place where we kind of have those conveniences left at home gives us an opportunity to kind of build that together. Okay, so that camp is going to be the last week of July. We leave on the 21st, which is Sunday, and we return on Friday. Now, on Friday is a big event. All right, Friday is a big event. Friday is our friend and parent preview. We try to pack that stadium, get as many people in there as we can to greet these guys as they come home and show you all of the hard work that they've done over the last few weeks. And for rookie parents or parents that have not done this before, you will be amazed at the transformation from before camp to after camp. And the amount of work that these kids get done when you take all the distractions of home away and they can just focus on what we're working on together as a team. So we look forward to that. That is on July 26th. Go ahead and get it on your calendar. Invite all your friends, invite all your family. All right, make sure that they're out there to support us. The kids love that when we get back. You'll see that we have 3 days of rehearsals the next 2 weeks. And then we have the Tomato Festival, which we'll be returning to this year. You can applaud that. There's no Tomato Festival this year, so we didn't get to perform at the Tomato Festival, so we get to do that. The fall schedule right now is going to remain the same. So we'll have Mondays, which will be the wind rehearsals. Those go 3:45 to 6. Tuesdays will be percussion and color guard sectionals. We'll have the Wednesday night rehearsals still, where we get to get into the stadium and rehearse in the stadium. Those will go from 6 to 9, and then we'll have Thursday rehearsals 3:45 to 6 again. Those are full band rehearsals. But that'll start up once school starts, and then there will be a full fall schedule with all of the football games and competitions for you as well. So there's a little look at the camps and the clinics. One of the things is our upcoming deadlines, and this is going to be very important for you. For you to be enrolled in marching band, and for you to be given a spot on the field, we need to have you registered either on the 4th or the 6th of May. On Charms, you can get on there, and many people have already done this, but if you have not done this, you want to make sure that you get this done. On Charms, there are 2 dates for Raider check-in. All right, and this is where we get you registered for marching band. This is where you officially sign up. You get to the end of Raider check-in, you get to see me, I give you a high five, tell you welcome back or welcome to marching band. But the 4th and the 6th, you will sign up for a 45-minute time frame. You get on there under the volunteer button. Okay, so you get on there, a little multicolored hand, you click on it, and you find a 45-minute slot. You will sign up for that slot, and then you and your student should come to, at that time. At that time, we're going to make sure that you have all of your paperwork. You'll have your first deposit that will be due at that time, which is $150. That deposit is non-refundable because once we have numbers, we alert the band camp and let them know that's how many people we're bringing. We hire our drill writer, and we're going to say this is the amount of kids that we have marching. And once we have those numbers, any change to those numbers is a change that we have to make that costs money. All right, so that 150 is non-refundable. So that's very important. You'll make that deposit, and then we'll also get you fit for your uniform. So as soon as you guys get fit for your uniform during that time, and I believe this year, is this kids around anywhere? They're going to get their summer uniform there, right? So they're going to be receiving their summer uniform. They're going to receive their summer uniform at the check-in. Okay, so they have their summer uniform for all the summer activities. Those again are on the 4th and the 6th. So you want to get on there now, because if one of the days fills up and you can't make the other day, we can't add extra slots. So you want to make sure that you get in there and do that now. After the 6th, if you are somebody that signs up after the 6th, then you will be in a shared spot position. We'll talk about shared spot positions here in a few minutes, but you'll be in a shared spot position to start the year. So people that are wanting to have a position at the very beginning of the year on the field, you got to make sure that you get it in by that time. Okay? All right. So those are the upcoming deadlines, and that's the check-in. One of the things that we've had for the last few years is alternates. And the way that alternates have worked is that we've had students that have challenged 4 spots, and that has enabled students that maybe came in late, or maybe students that were not able to go to some of the camps, and enable them to still participate. So they can come in as an alternate, and then they would be able to challenge for a spot. One of the things that we've found is that one of the inefficiencies in our program right now is that when we get to the middle of the season, we start having students that start having chronic absenteeism issues. And so what happens is we'll have our 3 rehearsals or 4 rehearsals during the week, and we might have 10, 12 kids missing. And we want the students to know how important that attendance is for our participation, or for our success. And so what we're going to do is that instead of having like alternates, where we have alternates, is we're going to have shared spots. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to have a couple of extra spots. They're going to be challenge spots throughout the year. So instead of it being just where we have some alternates that are trying to find a spot, that there are going to be extra slots where students can be able to work to try to challenge to get on the field. What this does is this enables for students that maybe wouldn't have that opportunity to be able to get onto a spot that maybe a student's not showing up to rehearsals. And they can be able to fill that spot instead of those students doing that. And it comes down to a safety issue, because what we do, and freshmen, you guys will learn this pretty soon, what we do is very fast-paced. And if you're not in rehearsals and you're not sure which direction you're going, it's possible you go right when you're supposed to go left and you run into somebody and somebody gets hurt. Or we turn and we do this turn really fast and you weren't prepared for that and somebody gets hurt. And we don't want you to get hurt. Okay, so it becomes a safety issue. So we want to make sure that you're at every rehearsal. And what this does is this gives an opportunity for the students that are at every rehearsal and the students that are working really hard to be on the field. Okay, so this is going to be something that we're going to continue to develop. You can be able to check it out in the handbook. There are things on the handbook. We're going to be phasing out the word alternate. Okay, the reason we're phasing out the alternate status is because there's a negative connotation with it. And we don't want that negative connotation. All right, we didn't want that negative connotation to begin with when it was created. It kept going, so we're not going to have that word anymore. Okay, we're going to phase that out. So we're going to have shared spots. And we'll have that, and we'll continue to develop that as the season goes on. Actually, the amounts have not changed from last year. Is $350 for the entire year. That includes concert band as well for the students that do concert band. All right, so that $350 covers everything. And I think we talked about this for freshmen, so this should be something, if you came to the 8th grade meeting, you already know about. But the whole idea was that everything is included in that. So that includes camp, that includes all of the stuff that they would need, unless they need uniform parts outside of the initial ones that they did. So, especially like returning members, every once in a while, like we'll need new shoes. So you're gonna have to buy those a la carte. But for like our rookies, the 350, they're gonna get their shoes, they're gonna get all their uniform parts, okay? It is $400 for our color guard students. It is, the extra $50 is to help us to pay for the costumes that we use for the show. And I can tell you that we spend much more than $50 on them, but it does help us to cover some of that cost because they get new uniforms every year, where the other students don't. So it's $350 for the for everybody except for color guard, and then $400 for color guard. The $150 is there, and then there's dates. There are dates on charms as well as when those are due. The second and third ones. The second one's due in June. The third one's due in July before we leave for 8th camp. All right, so all of it should be paid up before 8th camp. Okay. Any other questions?
There's pay to play too, right?
Yes.
What's that?
Pay to play.
Yes, and the school district does still have their pay to play. It is $80 for the entire year for students to do marching band and concert band. It is $40 if they just do concert band. All right, and that goes to the school district for other things. Okay, any other questions? Yes, all the way up there. Yeah, okay, yeah, so the only other fee that you would have to think about is if you're using a school-owned instrument, and percussionists use school-owned instruments. And again, the, let me think for it, it's $30, so it's $30 and that's for school-owned instruments. So if you have a student that is playing like sousaphone, or baritone, or mellophone, which is for horn players, and percussion, because they're using school-owned instruments, that helps us to kind of offset the costs of the instrument repair. Yes, yeah, we'll have a separate concert band meeting in which we'll talk about that, but yes, that's a good question.
Is there a tuba feature?
Is there a tuba feature? Should there be one? All right. All right, any other questions? All right, Mr. Tenant, are we ready to